The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. Now, before we get into the game, should probably go over the fact that we are making more iron blooms here, and we're making a little bit of glass. And I think this makes 6 glass? No, it makes 12, I think. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, it's 2 quartz for 1 piece of glass. And another thing, I talked to Prakash before we went live, and this partially worked iron bloom was 1 voxel short of making an iron ingot. And I asked him after, forgetting for a month what was going on with us, and he said that if we make a help hammer, which is the motorized blacksmith tool, it will auto-complete that last voxel for us. So if we hammer it, we can run into this issue more than just once. This could happen again. The health hammer, on the other hand, will never run into that issue. It will always complete the ingot for us. And if we're making something out of 2 ingots, it would auto-complete them unless you don't put the correct amount of ingots into it. Like how some things require 2 ingots. If you don't put 2, it doesn't finish it. So, we're gonna hold on to this. We did not lose this iron, which is why I kept it. We will get that back later on. We're just nowhere near ready for the mechanical power stuff. I don't even think we got enough stuff to make all the axles. Because we're gonna need to make stuff for gear ratios, to make the slow-moving windmill create faster-moving axles. We're gonna have to do some gear ratio math stuff on that. There is a thing on... Yeah, we are using the copper first. There is a thing on YouTube that I'm going to be pulling up when we get into gear ratios, because it'll explain it, and then I'll explain it through it. Or you guys could look up the same video and watch it along with me. That's up to later on. I wanted to see something. If I hit this once... Oh, that does open the inventory of it. Okay. So the fox sword is pretty much the same thing as a knife, but deals damage. Like this one, it says attack power is minus 2.5 HP. And this one says attack power is pretty much 2 HP more. So it does more damage than a regular knife, but it automatically opens the contents of the monster, which I never knew because this is the first time I had a blade. Instead of us having to kill it and then use a knife. That's cool to know. Alright, this is done. I wasn't expecting it to be done already. So we now have very hot glass. I don't think it has to be cooled down in water. And we got enough to make a full bloomery again. So it is a 2-to-1 ratio with quartz to... Where did I put the quartz? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Is it over here? It's not in that chest. No. 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 Where do we put all of our quartz? Oh, what's happening in here? Ah, crucible. Was this something that we forgot to pour, or did... Ah, I knew I heard somebody. I think what we were doing is we had to wait for these to be cooled down. I didn't mean to do that. And I can't pick them up. So this crucible is ready for us to use. Now if I right-click this... Oh, it didn't work. Okay, so maybe it doesn't work the way that I thought it does. Ow. Ah, you missed. You have stormtrooper aim. Oh, and it almost tried to hit me. Alright, so a copper spear takes 4 hits on a bow's horn. A bronze spear only takes 3 hits. So anyway, this crucible is going to go back on the fire. Not with that much fire, though. And I need to find all of my quartz. I know we got more than just this. There it is. We can only do 24 at a time, so I might as well just break this in half, and then half again. And grab only 24. We'll start another bloom. And then just put this back. Alright. What were we doing? We were going to make this glass. Which I think I can put this back. No, I can't. So this is done cooling down. I can't put the charcoal back in there. How much time does this take? It says cold. Oh, now I can pick them up. Okay. We won't have to reheat the ingots then. Or not the ingots. We're not gonna have to reheat the crucible. So I can take it out there now. I don't think this was another 20. I don't remember how much was in it. I didn't pay attention. I think it was close to 16. If I'm remembering correctly. There's another apple in the chat. Okay, maybe it was just 6. If anyone wants an apple, that's a dragon type Pokemon. Put that back on there. This offhand. That sound is so satisfying. The blooms. It does have a good sound, but it's very loud when all of these aren't going off. So these are also done. Because we started them a little bit after the first set of quartz. So let's see if we were able to make 6 more of these with the amount of bricks that we're picking up, because we do lose some over time. I didn't mean to put that there, but okay. Alright, so we made 1. I'm going to make it 1 at a time just so that I can place them down right away. And it's looking like I'm not going to make 4. Which is why you need a good source of fire clay. Okay, I am making 4. I just won't make a 5th one. So I think you need 12 pieces each. So if we just grab the rest of that, we'll use this all the way. And we'll just throw that back in there. I didn't mean to close that. There we go. And we need 6 pieces of iron. Now, I did see that there's iron in this chest. I'm just looking to see if there's any iron that we started somewhere else. Because I'm expecting to find not a full stack somewhere. Oh, it's right there. I didn't see it. Oh, the sound of pouring molten metal. That is also a good sound. I thought you meant the blooms. Okay. So, for those that don't know, an iron bloom can only hold up to 120 pieces of iron. So it cannot hold a full stack. So we're just gonna take the 8 pieces out. And I think this gets us close to having a 5th one. Or 6th one there. That there, we'll leave this for the next one. And we can just take all of this. Iron bloom's gonna go in here. Hopefully it stacks even further. Where is the bloom? Right there. Oh, that's actually 36 pieces. Jeez. We're gonna want that health hammer to get through all this iron. I don't know how far these stack. Looks like 62. Alright. These are gonna have to go up here. Alright. And now we just hold shift and place them in. When you hold shift, it does it 5 at a time. Almost done the first 4. Let's grab that last set. Yeah, that one's done. Unfortunately, you can't place them in the chimney. You need to do it through the bottom portion. Alright, that's all of that. Let's grab our torch. And now we have to press Control. Now, I do have a mod that gives us a more detailed look on this. So if you're playing unmodded, you won't see at the top of the screen where it tells us the time that it's going to take for it to cook. I only recently found that out because I've only played it modded. So I never knew that it doesn't always give you the countdown. I figured I should point that out for anyone else. Okay, so what we're doing next is turning this glass into glass panes that look like this, but instead of aged wood, it's made out of ebony. Now we can, on the other hand, use our aged wood that we have left over from all the slabs to make more of these specific windows, I think. Because that should be this one, I think. Yeah, that looks the same. So if we take aged boards and do this configuration, we can make this specific window with that outline. Which, since I have so much of this wood, we might as well not use the ebony. And every window pane is the same as this orientation. So if you change the wood, you get obviously a different wood outline. There is a different glass texture. I don't know where to look for. I guess it would be further down, right? No, they're all the same. I'm looking at the lead on the inside. There should be... Maybe it was a mod. I was playing on the Web World server, and you could make this, you know, right now it's a diamond shape. You can make it a different shape. So I'm guessing that's a mod. But anyway. It's 4 corners of wood. And then 1 lead ingot per each one. So we need the saw. For those that don't know, if you make anything out of a plank, you can use the saw to cut it back into planks. And I can't use that without this in my hand. Apparently I can't use that at all. Do I have to throw this into water? If this breaks, maybe I need it in my offhand instead. Ah, I had the glass in the wrong hand. Never mind then. When you're crafting something out of a hot item, you don't have to wait for it to cool most of the time. Okay, so that there, then this. Oh, it makes 4 of them. I didn't even pay attention to how much it makes. What's 12 times 4? 48? Glass panes? I don't think I'm going to need 48. We'll make 24 for sure. And then I'm going to just go like this and like this so that the items go in the spaces I want them in. Now that we have that, we can go around and fix the rest of the house here. Because there were windows up here in this room. But in order for this to be considered a house, we needed to close them off. Because the windows used to be just a hole. Like there was one right here, I remember. And on this side. Now we're bringing more light into here. I don't remember if these had windows. Easy way to tell is to just come out of here and look at this building here. See, there's a hole right there for a window. And this did have windows in the middle sections. But also one in our storage area. I'm going to keep that as a cellar instead. So let's make 6 more windows. And this will just add more light up to here. Unfortunately, it looks like the window panes do not push the stone out of the block bar. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to climb up to grab the stones from that window. Looks like I do. Alright, I got that one. That one seems like it fell. Got that one. Now I need to just grab this one. And it is right there at the window. I didn't grab it. There we go. Only one fell outside the building. Right there. Alright, so now we should be able to put this away. And not need it. Since when was that iron knife there? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This goes over here. Alright, let's go fill in the windows over in this building that we're currently working in. That way it can be considered a building and I won't freeze to death inside. I do think I need to add a path to here though. We didn't originally plan for this to be a pathway, but we're using that door quite frequently, so we might as well. I'm gonna leave that torch there as a placeholder. So we'll take all that. So right now we're in a cellar. Up here is not even a room. Like it has a door, but it's not a room. Cannot place block here, another block is in the way. Oh, right, because these are slabs. I'm gonna have to chisel a window into that, but not this one. Alright, what about in here? Is this gonna look weird with one long window or tall window? So now this is considered a cellar because it's surrounded by wood, or by stone, and the aged wood stuff is considered a stone. Welcome in, Gino. Congrats on being first. So even though it is a wood type, it's not considered wood. Now, I did take up all the animals. So let's just place all the blood in here. We can use blood instead of something else, but I don't remember what it was. Alright, can I chisel a window pane onto one of these? Because if you've never done chiseling, you can start a chisel block, add another thing to it, and then you can replace this block with that thing. And I know I'm not explaining it very well, so it'd probably be better for me to show instead of explaining it. Let's grab some path blocks while we're at it. Where are they? There they are. We'll stick with 64 for right now. Alright, what we need is chisel and hammer. They got 3 and 6 hours. I don't think these turnips keep you saturated for very long. Let's break this off. I want this. Oh, I can't place it there. Okay. Well, it is at the door anyway. It should be above the door. I don't know why I had it right there. Oh, because we didn't have a door there at first. Another thing that I like a lot about this is that the stone paths automatically add in this moss. Like, there's no way, as far as I know, there's no way to, like, get it to be right here. That may be the only downside. I think it just randomly gets placed. Let's test that out. If I break it, now since I place it this way, let's place it this direction. No. I mean, if it just randomly starts placing it, I think it's always going to be the same. Yeah, it looks like it's always the same. But anyway, the path blocks just allow us to run a little bit faster. That's the only thing. We have a little bit of path going this way, and we set up some path blocks around this side of the building, going up to the staircase, which goes into the back side of this room. So anyway, we have extra stone slabs in our storage room, so if we accidentally do something we don't want to do, we can switch it back out. I just have never tried putting glass pane on it. Now, another thing I think I need is a thing to paint with. I think it's called a pantograph. I know it starts with a P. Yeah, it needs something. I know what it looks like too, so the moment I see it, I'll be able to tell what we need. I don't want to go too fast because I might scroll right past it. Where is it? Okay, now we're in the POs. Which is a bunch of all the ores. And I don't think there is a chiseling guide. Now, this is a very long list. Let's see if there is a chiseling guide. I don't think there is. Ground storage. See, I feel like it would be near die making. Huh. Knapping does have a guide about it, yes. But we're doing chiseling. This is different than chiseling. There's a thing that allows us to paint blocks, and I don't remember what. Is it Panta? If I just type in chiseling. So these are all the different chisels. I'm gonna Google it. Wait, do I use the chisel? I thought I had to use something else to paint it. Alright, there is no other tool. It's just a chisel. The other tool must have been part of a mod. Now, what I think I need to do is have the hammer in our offhand, and then we right-click. That now changed this into a chisel block. So if we destroy this, we can't stack it with the one above it. And what I have to do is press F. There's a bunch of things. Ah, here it is. So if we bring one of these up here, it does not work. Okay. So we would have to put regular glass in here, because glass panes do not work. Which is somewhat okay, but at the same time, I kind of want it to be glass panes. And I can make this symmetrical by putting blocks here instead of slabs, so that's what we're going to end up doing. Isn't too much of a pain, but also is still a pain. Because I was hoping to keep this as much realistic as like, original, not realistic. That there, this here. We're getting closer. Alright, so blocks there, windows here. We come over here and do the same to this side. Boop, boop, and we ran out of windows. But as you can see here, this slab is not going to connect to this unless we turn them all into the same type of chiseled chiseled slab. They will not stack. So if we took one voxel out of here and made another chiseled slab, then we'd have three things that can't stack. Hopefully that made sense. What we're going to do right now is make the rest of these, because we did end up using a lot more windows than I thought. Now, as you can see, this is considered a house. I think it's mostly because this room is larger than 7x7 cube. So it can't be a cellar. Because everything here should be the same as a cellar. These shingles are considered stone. The wood's considered stone. This is considered a door, so that cuts off the bottom. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this isn't considered a cellar. You can tell by the bottom left corner of the screen, which I think might be a mod. Because I noticed that when Percuss is playing, he doesn't have that there. Alright, and what I want to do is maybe add a chiseled block over here to try and keep the snow out. Now, we can add to this. So you know what I actually want to do is bring this inside. So that I'm not doing this in the cold. So if I place that down, we press G to sit down. Press F, we can go into different sizes. Right now it's doing 1 voxel. We can do a 2x2. We can do a 4x4. And we can do the entire, a quarter. So it's quarter, 16th, no, quarter, 8th, 16th, 32nd. I think that's the fraction range. I want to work in this. Requires a hammer in the offhand. I thought I still had that in the offhand. Add more material. Can I really not add to this? Because it's a slab, I can only take away from it. That's annoying. I was going to try and make a chiseled staircase for right above the doors here, but I think I'll just use one of these placed correctly. I didn't mean to take that. That's not how I want this placed. That's how I want it. Because the snow is going to continue piling up in front of the door and not allow us to come out. If we have a slab there, it at least lets us not have snow in this tile. The snow will be here, but we have more headroom to go on top of the snow. So I'm going to do the same thing right here as well. Okay, now this is also not a room. That's because the ceiling is open. And you know what? I think I will turn this into a room by just adding one single window. Now the only thing that is a room is up here. Oh, that's why we had all the slabs still. We never finished this building. Okay, I don't even remember the last time we came over here to do this. That was like 2 weeks ago at this point. We never finished coming up here for the windmill. Are we high enough? Now, I was told previously that in order to get some amount of the windmill being effective, you need to be 120 blocks in the elevation, which is what we're at now. And then every block above that is 1% more efficiency from it. Either that or it's 220. Which means I would have to go a lot higher. How could I what? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, why did I forget? Okay, and this must be for the shaft coming downwards. Anyway, I want to look something up on YouTube for 1 second. Because I just recently watched a video that explained windmills. I just go through this. It is, in fact, 120 because the guy in the YouTube starts above the cutoff. And he said that he got more efficiency from it because he was a few blocks above it. So technically, we can put our windmill motor up there already. Have fun lurking. I'm still watching the video right now. Is he going to explain it in the video? Oh, maybe I went too far. Okay, he did say 120. And the efficiency, as I was wording it, is actually power. Every block above 120 gives you an extra power percentage. So if you go to 220, you should be at an extra 100. Alright, what else? So we finish all that. We could try and connect this into over here. I think I need to get rid of these birch trees so I can see a little bit better. Let's just come in here and get rid of the things that we don't need in our offhand anymore. Like the chisel and the hammer. Now this one slab, I don't want it anymore. I'm just gonna throw it there and let it despawn. That has nothing in it. And we have this anvil mold, but I don't think we need it anymore. So just in case, I will add it to the list of things in here that we have as molds. And I'm trying to see if there's a way that we could save some space here, but I don't think there is. If I add that up there, this in here. Sort that. Okay, now all of our bloomeries are done. So I'm just going to take everything apart. Pretty much what I'm trying to do is make more room for all of our storage stuff. We need 7 of these. And we don't have enough for the next brick. There we go. We need more for the ceilings. For the chimney. Wait, what? Oh, okay. There we go. Iron bloom up there. You go in there. We need to empty out our inventory. We want 24 more of these. Fortunately, we have some clear quartz, which we can't mix with the quartz chunk in the bloomery. So that's going to be fun to figure out later. We're going to have that clear quartz for a long time. I don't think we need these anymore. And hopefully throw these on the ground, not pick them back up. Nope. There we go. I don't think we need them anymore. Oh, I had another chest up here. Another thing that the guy was explaining in the video is that you can do 4 sets of 4 on this windmill rotor, which we are going to place down. Move the chalk up there. Sort it. We're still moving stuff, so I'm going to just keep going like this. Okay, I don't want that in there. And I think we have more stuff up here that we can just move over. Okay, so we can go like this, and like this. And that. The rest is all stuff that we were either going to put in those boxes outside, or we're going to burn it. Right, so let's start another few bloomeries. These can get connected together. So for right now, we're only going to refine these iron blooms into ingots when we need them. And when we get our health hammer, we're going to actually do all of them with the health hammer on the anvil so that we can get the iron ingots faster. Now, I actually don't see us having any iron ingots right now. We have lead and tin. I don't see any iron ingots. Is this... That's iron. That's unfortunate, because that's not going to mix with the iron that's down here. That's not iron, though. That's zinc. Silver, a little bit of bismuth. Didn't mean to put it all back. That's all 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. That there. Alright. Let's redo this. You know what? I am gonna kill them. They are annoying me with the constant groaning. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Let's also grab these. Never know, we might need lead for something else later on. Alright, back to this. Alright, that's all the bloomeries. I, for some reason, did not grab both things of charcoal. But I thought I did. That is a lot of charcoal that is now gone. Alright. I heard another guy out here. Let's try using the Falx blade. Okay, so it looks like if I back up after I use it, that I'm able to not get hit by them. That's the main reason why I don't usually use the blades, because you have to be really close to them. Alright. Glass. Iron. Put that back in there. I was hoping that if I shut the door, I won't hear them very loud. I once be reminded how to make this. It's sticks and linen. Okay, what if I just click on this? Linen is just 4 of those. We need 4. We need 16 flax twine. Flax twine is 4 of those. Pretty sure 16 times 4 is 64. But just in case, let me do a calculator. It is, in fact, 64. It's a whole stack. Okay. We have flax twine in here somewhere, and a lot of it. That's not... There it is. Flax fibers is what I was talking about, not flax twine. I think there might be flax twine somewhere else. Yep, there's another stack. I don't think we have more. But what I can do is combine all this down. And then combine all this down. And then this gets paired. It's sticks that I don't have in my pocket. Oh, and we used all of our sticks. We should have kept those sticks for this. Alright, we're gonna have to go deforesting a little bit. We never marked this trader on what they sell. I hear a boat's horn. I hope it doesn't hit us. Also, I haven't checked the bees in a long time. I don't think they have any honey in there. Normally you would see it, so I'm guessing there is no honey. Let's go look at this trader again. I know it's probably not something we need. There's been copper there that whole time. Because if it was something I need, I would have marked it as important. Where is this trader? Usually there's a light, and I don't see any lights in here. It is directly in front of us. I still don't see it. I know we're walking up to it. Does this just not have any sort of light here? There is a person. Wallace is here. I just wanted to get inside Wallace. Sorry for the intrusion. Wallace is a clothing merchant. So we can buy and sell things from them. Gambeson body armor. We could get some boots. What does Heavy Toolbolt do? I don't even know. You know, some of these are pretty good on their temperature regulation thing. Like these woolen leggings do a +3 degrees. The boots are both 1 degree, but these minstrel boots are 98% in its condition, so it's better than the other one. And we could sell them flax twine right now. How is our clothing? Our clothing is non-existent right now. Hold on. Let's just get a little naked in front of this guy's house. Get rid of everything that's not helping us stay warm. All of this stuff. And I just got hit. You can't run. Alright, let's do this again so that this stuff despawns. I don't think that shiver can get us. Apparently it can. There is a rat-a-tat in chat, if anyone wants one. I'm gonna hide in here for a moment and see if I've caught that, because it is a female. So I may have caught the male version, but not the female. Apparently I did get the female. Okay, we're gonna come back to Wallace and buy some clothing. But another reason why I came out here was so that I could chop down some leaves. And you... come here. Tired of them. Alright, let's try and find the same leaves that I was at. I think it was this. Nope. Wherever the trader was it here? No. Because it wouldn't have filled in with snow that quickly. I don't know, but I'm trying to get sticks from this. And I hear chickens over here. And I also hear a boat's horn. I didn't pick it up. Okay, that should be enough for a little bit of sales. Let's go for more. Hoping that when I cut this down, that's enough sticks to last us for a little bit after making the sales. And something I don't want is all of these, so... You missed. Alright, let's get back home. Is this clay or something? Why do we have so much dirt there? It is red clay. Okay. I was wondering why it's a height. The same height as this, but not being used. Do we have honey in here? No, there's no honey in there. The bees are still alive in there, though, so that's good. And apparently we have some cabbage ready for her. I didn't know that anything else was still growing out here. We have some carrots that are ready, or onions. I'm very surprised that these lasted enough to fully mature. I don't think any of this stuff is going to grow further. Like once it gets warm enough, I think it's going to be completely dead. Hopefully we get seeds back from it. I'm not going to do anything with it, just in case that it does come back. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Let's check the carrots, which are up here. What is going on there? Hey, you can see our cave. Does that only show us the lit up portions? I think it does. That's cool. Anyway, carrots would be here. And they are, look at that. But we don't have room. And I don't want to end up eating the cabbage yet. And in case no one else noticed, we did start freezing a lot quicker because we do not have any clothing on us. Onions are in here. We're gonna need to empty this out. I think what we need is a chest in here. You know what? If I do that, then none of this goes in my inventory. Oh, how is this doing, by the way? Dry seaweed sheet is done! And it does not spoil after it's done. Okay, so what I was trying to do is separate the meat from that one. Let's put this in here, sort it. And then we have a bunch of seeds, which we still have not made a seed storage yet. What I did want to do is this. So that I can make at least 16 sails. Do they not stack? Oh, that's gross. And we're going to end up throwing something on the ground, I think. Maybe not. Okay, so we can make a maxed out sail. Is always good. Let's go up here. If we light a fire, we can warm up a lot quicker, so let's do that. Okay, there's no torch closer, so we're gonna have to use this. So, if you're in the winter, go inside a building and you'll slowly heat up, or light a fire and you can heat up while outside. So while that's heating up, let me close this. So right now we're dropping by about 0.4 degrees each second. And when you get to about 0.5 degrees, it goes away. Or was that 1.5? I know it said 0.8, but I don't remember if that was 1.8 or not. Alright, let's go place this down somewhere up there. I want to check the height clearance that we have here. And I don't think this is high enough, so we'd have to go up another layer from here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's try and finish up this floor and add one more to it. We should probably also put away... Where did that just go? Oh, went in our inventory. Okay. And then what else was going out here? Stone paths. Alright. The rest is a little bit of vines. Didn't mean to open that. Let's come in here and throw these in there. I have lead in my inventory still for some reason. We have more seeds. I'm going to place seeds up here so I don't forget them. That's pumpkin seeds. They don't grow the same way. What is sylvite for? Rides in the powdered sylvite. Ingredient for potash, which is used for fertilization. Great for plants. Permanently increase farmland max. Cool. These all have about 3 hours. And then what we were doing was getting... I'm gonna probably need all that. We need cobblestone, bricks, and we need this. Alright, that should be enough cobblestone to finish the floor that we're at, and then we'll need more to continue up one more floor. Let's just climb up here. Why can't I move? And you really can't move on the ladder. Oh, there we go. Now we're moving. That's weird. Only slightly confusing. And this I'm going to want as a staircase to keep going up. Unless we finish this first. That's not how I want it. So, luckily this stuff is placed or destroyed with an axe. But functionally it is a stone in terms of rooms. So that may be a way that could confuse some people. And we're putting the hole in the very center of the room. Okay, that should be the very last floor. So now no more snow should form on this floor except for way down there where the power shaft will end. And now we fall. Now we add in one more floor. Oh, this snow made me go up a level. I was like, why did I just increase my height? Okay, it looks like we're gonna have enough to finish off this floor. So I must have made a bunch of slabs and then forgot to use them. Otherwise, I don't know why we have so many. Right there. And since I have a way to get up there, I can just close that in. And now we get rid of all this snow. Luckily, the snow doesn't form where the ladder is. So. Somehow we're getting a lot of sunlight, but things are still spawning. We do, in fact, want to go up another level just so that things can't get to us over here. So if I were to start here, I'd want to start here so that they can't get to me. Okay, if I fall, how much do I get hurt? I'm actually curious. About 5 bars. Sushi. Make some sushi while we're here. Did any leather get finished? Soaked soybeans got finished, but this did not. Brown bear hide is done. So then we need to cut it very quickly. That gives us 3 large scraped hide. And we want to prepare it with weak tannin. 10 liters per piece of hide. So we want 30 liters of weak tannin. We do not have 30 liters of weak tannin. And for some reason I have a voicemail. So let me take a few seconds to listen to my voicemail, see if it's important. And I will be right back where we make some more weak tannin. I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, we're back. Email was nothing important. I could have actually just ignored it. Now, while I was doing that, I did realize we're kind of low on barrels. I mean, unless this is empty. Ooh, we can use this. So we need more weak tannin. So what I'm going to do is just make another barrel of it. Because it is just wood in water. And we're probably going to need the same ratio for this. Luckily, we can make the barrel that we need. So we're going to make weak tannin this, a full barrel. We'll take out what we don't need. So we'll put an extra 20 liters in here. That'll bring it up to 42. That's not a full barrel. So that means when this is empty, making the next stage of this hide, we can then take the hide out of there, make this into strong tannin, do the same ratio thing, and then use this barrel to make the leather instead of this barrel. And if we're lucky, this is going to turn into a lot of leather. Which we're still saving up for the leggings, I think? It was either leggings or a shirt, I forget. But anyway, I need to first fill that with water and then go get wood for it. Do I need one more? No. Alright, let's go get some wood. I actually forget how much wood I need. Whoop, didn't mean to close that. That, weak tannin, 1 per 10. Okay, I just need 5 pieces of wood. You know what? I don't like these trees here anymore. Let's see if this gives us 5. Gave me 4. I want to open this area up so that I can visualize how I want the road. And I think it might be better to place the road down when the snow's not all over the place. So let's put... Oh, we had 5 right there. Look at that. Put those 9 away. That did not put 9 away. I accidentally grabbed 6. I'm trying to save the oak that we're running through. And all of our blooms just finished, so we'll come back for them. Run back over here. I am going to need more cobblestone. Didn't mean to place that. Does it not make weak tannin out of birch logs? Is that a thing? Like it needs to be oak? Oak, acacia. Is it really just oak or acacia? Wow. That is not very good for me. Now that is sandstone. Yeah, that's just regular sandstone. Do I have any stones in here? I do not have granite stone. Oh, I could just looked at the top where it says gravel. Alright, let's put these oaks up here, or pine up here. Welcome in, Oz. How are you today? Throw this in there, we don't need that. Throw these down here. Now what I need is granite. That's dry stone. We can make things look not the same. There's granite. And that's granite ashlar. I think that's a good start. And then we have more granite somewhere else. There's more granite. And I ran out of space because we have so many things related to windmills. So I'm gonna just work. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Alright, I already forgot how to make cobblestone. I think it's just stone surrounding clay. Let's take the blue clay because we have a lot of that. If I'm right, it's just this. Oh, I am. Look at that. We're going to turn all of this into sandstone, or into cobblestone. Was that all of the stones? I think it was. I probably should have used this clay, the red clay here, just so that we could get another inventory space opened. Alright. Let's throw this up there. Grab all three of these. Not place cobblestone there. That's gonna go away. We have the wood for the weak tannin. And then we're gonna look at how to make sushi. In here, oak. Seal it. 24 hours, that'll be ready for us to use. In the meantime, this is just gonna be placed in here. And I need to open this. If I scroll down on here, seaweed, I mean, that's soyweed. Oh, hi Mama. Mama's up and moving around. Alright, we have the dried seaweed. We now need to bake it. Right? No, why did I say we have to bake it? Maybe baking it would have dried it out quicker. But anyway, what we can do right now is make our different sushis. And what I think I'm going to do is go get some fish. Because if I show an example, we take the seaweed, we need rice grain, not that one, yeah, it is green, and then that should be it, but it's this direction. That should make basic sushi. Something doesn't seem right here. Maybe it doesn't go in the mixing bowl. Anyway, if we put like a single vegetable here, a fish nugget, which is just a fish chopped up, and then we add another piece of salt next to it, that makes the sushi roll. So just these two ingredients makes basic sushi. It's just rice with seaweed. If we add stuff to it, it becomes better. So we're going to do the better option. I went to pick this up and put that back in here. Alright, how long till this perishes? That's good for 1.5 years. That's fine then. Let's grab some vegetables. Oh, we didn't grab all the carrots. I am trying to do a lot of things all at once here. Let's get over here and finish this. So in here, it looks like nothing is randomized. So I'm just gonna break a few things here or there. And then replace it with these alternating. Didn't mean to fall. This is hopefully to make it look a little bit better. Okay, that should be good. And if I go like this, that should leave us with close to the same number. Okay, let's see if that's close to finishing off these stacks. All right, let's climb up here because I think some of the stones fell in places that I can't reach later. Right, there is one right here. Let's jump over here. I don't see any up there. I also now can't get back up, apparently. Especially when I jump down. But all I was trying to do is get over to here. Pick up all that cobblestone. Alright, let's make the last floor. Because right here, we are too low to this ground that we can't place the windmill in the 4 orientation. And I was thinking about making a ceiling to this. But I'm debating on if I'm going to change up how I'm doing it. So the windmill needs 4 blocks height above any other thing. So I think if we go another 2 blocks, that should be fine. Alright, that would be the full height here. And that's pretty much where our ladders ended. Alright, I think I want to add a floor to this. Is this the same height as these? No, these are 2.5, really? Yeah. So that floor would be at this block. Which would still be too small, right? No, it would have been right at the cutoff, but I'd rather go up one more for the last wall. And I do have enough cobblestone for the last portion of this wall. Let's just break those 2 ladders. not fall down here. Oh, I need one to go one more. I meant to grab some vegetables and I didn't. Oh, because of the carrots. I wanted to grab the carrots before we finished it off. Oh, didn't mean to close that in our face. In here, we want to throw away some of our stuff. We're gonna need 6 pieces of that. Alright, that makes things look a little bit cleaner. Let's go back to our farms and see how we're doing. We might have piglets. This would be the carrots. Oh, we have some more soybeans. And a few carrots. Oh, that was not done. And that's becoming unfertilized. Because the water melted. Or froze, I mean. And then these are all dead soybeans, so I don't think I'm ever going to get back. Right, what about grain? Oh, this looks like I can't take anything from it. I don't even see anything in this plot. And all of this looks gone. And I don't see anything in here. Okay. Why am I hearing running water? Trying to use the headphones to find out where I'm getting running water noises from. Is it this? Oh, now I can't get out. Didn't mean to place that there. I think just the water itself is, Oh, no, it doesn't make that noise anymore. I think it's been placed in, and it thinks that it's running water. Why do I keep placing that? Maybe that's why it wasn't frozen. Because the game thinks it's a river or something. Okay, now I don't... Oh, that froze already. And now I don't hear the running noises anymore. Let's look at the chickens. We have quite a lot in here. We have a few Generation 1 chickens over here. You're one. I saw a 0. Is that the hen? The rooster? The rooster is a 0. That hen is a 1. Rooster is 0. If this guy stops running... I just want to see what you are. You don't even have a generation. You're one of the originals. Generation 1. Rooster 0. Generation 1. That hen is a 1. That's a 1. Just another check. The only thing that should be a 0 is the rooster. Oh, there's a chick. Chick is Generation 1. Let's get the chick out of here. There we go. Now, if I go in here, one, you don't have a generation. You don't have a generation, so the only one that does... Wait a minute. Are these the 3 original? Did I somehow get them all in the coop? Yeah, none of them have generation. Alright, so these are the 3 that are gonna die today. I didn't mean to pick up the eggs, but alright. Dang it. I need to make room for the 3 bodies that I'm gonna pick up. There we go. Where's that body going? Just teleported somewhere. Alright, I want to place these right there for now because I can't pick up everything. There's the other body. Alright, what I should have done while I was still inside is open this up so they can come back in. Alright, let's go put some food away. Grab some food for ourselves. Maybe place down the windmill finally. Is it eggs? I think we're in here. They are. Carrots are the first one. We have a lime in here for some reason. I'm going to switch the hide out for this other carrot. I suppose the hide will go in with this. We have seeds and we have to pick up bodies. Soybeans. How's everything else? That still has a lot to go. These soaked soybeans, I should probably take them out, right? That's just 1 water per soybean. Okay. I should probably swap these out. Those are the 2 different sushi rolls there. It's just 1 liter per soybean. So if we take 16, we want 16 liters of water. I can figure that out. We would want 6 and that now gets rid of the rest of the soybeans. So we can get that much closer to having all the soys into soy sauce. That back up there. Come in here, we're going to put the seeds in here. Feathers, I don't know where they go. Apparently they found their home. We have this. Let's go get the other 2 chicken bodies. Are they swarming? Because it sounds like they're still out. Which I'm surprised. We didn't check in on the pigs yet because I want to bring some food over to them. I just wanted to check on the chickens since they were the closest to having a new generation. We will grab 2 stacks of spelt grain. Put these over here. Grab the rest of those feathers. Go check in on our animals. I forgot to grab food for ourselves. Us falling made me remember, I mean. Is there anything that expires very soon? We have 4.8. Apparently that stack is good for 5 years. .4, 5, 5, 5. We probably want to eat this first. Okay, that's 4.4, so let's eat the turnips first. Those feathers stack up pretty large. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the chickens. We'll feed them grain. Once we get to a point where we have 6 chickens that aren't trying to run away from us, or 6 hens, we will not keep the rooster in there anymore. Is it more than 8? No, it's still 8. And that took a whole stack. I'm surprised. Alright, that's a sow. They are pregnant. That's our boar, who thankfully does not attack us. We need some lighting in here. So I might grab some torches and torch holders. So I forgot to do that a while ago. Because it is very dark out here. I think there's a storm, which is affecting how dark it is. Because it shouldn't be this dark this late or this early in the day. Anyway, we also have these. There's a Geodude in chat. Now that has been in chat multiple times, but just in case you didn't get it, it is a Gen 1 Pokemon. If you try for it, I hope you win it. And we're going to put this in here because it is a smelted item. And we have extra grain, which we don't need. Let's make all of the stuff first, and then we will, I'm losing my train of thought. Make all of these first, then worry about what we're going to do next. Okay, that should be it. We are now down below a stack of these now. So pretty soon we're gonna have to make more fire clay bricks. Hopefully we get through a chest beforehand. Looks like after our next batch we'll be done all the iron that we need. So fill these up. Grab the quartz for the other bloom. Hopefully we have something else that burns inside these out of the coal, because we do not have enough charcoal to start all of these. I don't even know if we'll be able to start 3 of them. And I already forgot how much it was. I think it was 24 that we can do at once. That's 1 stack of quartz gone. Alright, I want brown coal, black coal. Can't tell what type of coal that is. I know charcoal. It looks like I can do brown coal. That's right there. Oh, that's black coal. Alright, we can't do brown coal, but we can do black coal? Yes, we can. Look at that. Alright, so put the brown coal in here. We're going to use brown coal for smelting. And I guess use the charcoal for everything else. Now, the issue we have with that is that I only have 24 charcoal, so we're going to have to use it for something else. Or 1 piece for something else. But we can at least place these into for the Bloomeries. And then these 2 over here are going to have to be that, the black coal. Alright, let's sort all this. And then what I think I'm going to do is sort out the next 6 pieces. Right from this chest. That's 5. There we go. Close that chest. I'm going to keep this one open. Sort that. Okay, that is the next 6 ingots. So now we can take this out. We can light them all. Decided to go from right to left this time. Oh, I didn't like that. There we go. Why does it seem like something's not lit? They're all lit. Alright. We came over for torches and torch holders. Do we have any of those? We do have a shaft, or an axle. We're gonna grab that. Probably should have made more. I don't see any torch holders. They look like a little square. See the regular torch holders, but we're looking for the modded stuff. which it looks like we do not have. And we were putting glass in here, so I'll have to move that around later on. Alright, so to make the modded torch holders, all we need is to find our wood. Make a couple things, planks. Use a knife. Cuts it into 5 torch holders. Now we need 5 torches to go along with it. And we do not have enough grass for that on our inventory. Let's just find a stack of grass that we have in here. That's thatch. We did just recently use a lot of our grass for pit kilns, so that's probably why we don't have any. Alright, let's just come out here and grab some. How much do we need? We're gonna need 10 pieces of grass. We'll grab 11 so that I still have it in my inventory. Is it like this? No, it's like this. Alright, now I just need to light them. Luckily for this, you don't have to shift. Or do you? Oh, I'm not even holding the torch out. That would make sense. Lighting torches, you don't have to hold shift to crouch. Now we are at some point going to be changing out all of these torches for lanterns, which we could start getting into doing. But I think that might be a health hammer required thing. And I'm going to want to take the lantern out and put it away so that I can see where it gets dark. Let's go right here. And right here. How does that fare over on this side? This side looks pretty good. Let's just go on the inside and place down the last 3. Because right here it looks pretty dark. Let's grab some grass from that first. I kind of want to go in the middle and then the center. So like this would be considered the center. And then this would be the middle, I guess. And I don't know what they're required to become pregnant, so let's do a husbandry thing. I think it's called husbandry. And there we go. We've already done that. Feeding animals will make them offspring, prevent losing weight during the winter. Most animals require only a breeding pair to be given enough food and time to produce, but poultry chickens require a hen box in which they lay eggs to incubate. I don't know if there's not enough hen boxes. The hens will instead lay their eggs on the ground. Don't know why they're laying their eggs on the ground in our box, because we have 6 hen boxes that they can use. Animals breed this way will, over several generations, lose their fear, aggressions toward players. Once they've reached the 3rd generation, you can also kill them instantly with a cleaver. It's dairy. Okay, so this should not need something to lay on. We do have decoration things around our town that could be used for beds for the animals. think we should use them. Not right now, because we're doing other stuff. I think we should use them. Alright, let's go back in here. Do I need a floor? I think I do need a floor up there. Let's grab some stuff to make a floor. I think they're in here. Nope. Bottom one. Clicking on it. It's in neither of those. Or that one. Or that one. Where is it? I know we have extra slabs. Here's the wood. Did I use all the slabs? I'm guessing I did. Oh, no, they're right there. I don't think I'll need the extra wood to make more slabs. Alright, let's get up here. Why can't I get up now, but I was able to move earlier? It's like if you hit your head once, you can't go further up. Alright, let's put the slabs up here. You know, going up on this ladder did help a little bit. You have to get in the middle, but at the top, in order for it to be placed correctly. I can't see behind the ladder, so that's going to have to stay empty for a moment. Okay, so we have a bunch of extra pieces. Only one of these is going to be used. But not like that. There we go, we had 3 extra pieces. So let's put the last 6 pieces of cobblestone in. Let's climb up here once more. And this is where we're going to be putting all of our stuff. So, the Windmill Rotor is the actual thing that creates the power. We want to place it out 1 block from here. And I'm going to put an axle right here so that I have something to build off of without having to destroy a temporary block. So I'm going to crouch, lean over, and add it to the back of this. And then if we grab 4 sails, we right-click on it. It adds the first 4 sails, and immediately it starts working. Now, that's only 1 set of 4, so you can go up to 16 total sails by just continuing to right-click on them. Now that is the biggest windmill that we can make. And it does say wind speed at the top is fluctuating between 50 and 70, but it also does say sail power output is 80 newtons, or kilonewtons? I think that's what the acronym means, kilonewtons. The wind speed should also be mirroring the wind speed on the bottom of the screen. So this wind speed should be mirrored onto the windmill. I can't look at both spots at the same time. But now we need to make a bunch of axles just to get into here. And I also need to do research on gear ratios. So I think I might do some playing off screen to get a gear ratio, a gearbox, I guess I would call it. So I'll get everything ready for us to have this prepared during the next stream tomorrow, because we're not streaming on Friday due to a haircut placed at the wrong time of day. So what do we do for the rest of the stream? We have 10 minutes. We already fed the animals, so I can put this grain away. Our wheat tannin might be done. No, 6 more hours and then that's done. I don't think I can do anything with the sushi right now. Oh, we were going to go get fish. Is there any lakes that I would be able to find? We have this, but it might freeze by the time we get to it because of how close we are. We might want to go way down here. Hello. You don't like it when I kill you, do you? Okay, that time the Fox Blade worked. Maybe the Fox Blade has to be the last hit on the mob for it to automatically not need the knife. And it looks like the lake is this direction, just not through there, because that's just a mountain cul-de-sac in a way. So hopefully, are these trees okay? Will mature in less than a day. I feel like it's been saying that for forever, and it's just too cold for it to grow. But anyway, if we continue going this way past the next mountain, we should find a lake that's freezing. And then we'll go into it, kill some fish so that we can get some fish nuggets. Oh, that's where we're getting the dirt. I forgot. There should be a cave nearby. Oh, we passed the cave already. Never mind. There should be a hilly mountain part right there. And we should be dropping down onto the lake here. Oh, this is sand. I hear the water now. I see the water. Can we get lucky to find any fish in here? Because I don't know if there's a deepness requirement. Over here is too deep. I don't see any fish in it, though. Looks like there's no fish here. I thought that rock for a moment was a fish. We did just take off a map marker for where there's a ton of fish near spawn. Maybe we travel over to the lake near spawn. Spawn's over here, so it'd be one of these lakes. If I just save that, we'll go to there. Now, I did make my guy a little cold. Oh, we forgot to grab gears to trade with the trader here. Forgot we were going to do that. Because we have 0 help against the weather. So we're going to be freezing a lot quicker than we were beforehand. And I think I should put like a torch over here near the guy so I can see where he is. Maybe we take one of the torches out from the pigs and give it to the trader in a way. Can't believe we never noticed that copper copper bit right there until just now. Alright, we came over here for rusty gears. Which are in the bottom chest. Grab as many as we can. Go back into the pig pen, steal one of its torches. Luckily it's daytime, so it's going to get a little bit brighter out. Now, I think it was okay without this. I think that's enough light for us to see at night. I just don't remember. Are both of them in it? They are both in there. Alright, let's go over to the trader. This is where we were getting all of our sand for something. I forget what it was for. And now I can actually see the trader itself. I knew it was possible to see it, I just didn't know where it was at night. That's where we got all of our leaves. Now there is going to be a spot where I can't place this anymore. Like you can't break or place things here. So we need to find a good spot. Oh, apparently I can break right there. But I can't break this, I don't think. I can break that. What? Okay. In that case, can I break that grass? No. Can I break that? Yes, so I can place the torch underneath the trader here. That'll light the guy up as much as it can. Alright, let's hope that this guy did not change its items. Looks the same. So we won the woolen leggings, I think. Maybe the warm robe, but I think the huntsman tunic is better than that. Going off of the condition is a higher percentage. It's even better than minstrel coat. I'll buy that. The wool line knee-high boots are 1.5 degree change, but this is good 98% condition and 1 degree. So we're doing a 0.5 degrees with a drop of 12%. I think I'll do it anyway. Force that. I don't think there's anything else, because I don't know where this is going to go. I don't want to buy a shirt yet. We do have the Traveler's Earth robe for 2 degrees. Or the warm robe, so it's 78 or 86. I think we'll go for the Traveler's if we can fit it. That's 10 gears. Let's buy those 3. Let's see where they go. Apparently they go in my inventory. Okay, so I'm assuming that this is a shirt. Ah, I didn't want to do that. So I'm guessing that this is also for the tunics. Well, we have a secondary thing to put on then. That goes there. These go here. That should help us with a little bit temperature. Because that combined is what? 0.5, 4.5, 6.5 degrees. Which I think alone would keep us just above freezing if we weren't currently freezing. Actually, no, the outside... I was looking at our body temperature, not the outside temperature. We get down to negative 15 degrees here. Where would the coat go? We could use the Gamison body armor as a temporary armor. I think I'll do that, and that's where we're going to end. That should give us a little bit more time before we die. By something. Look at that, we could see our windmill working from way back here. That must have been where I got leaves. Alright, let's head over to town. Because my alarm is actually going to go off in 1 minute. So we didn't get to the fish yet, but that's fine. We're going to go back inside our house, probably have the blooms done. And then we'll find someone to raid out to, I think. I think that's how the time's going to go. I might even use a piece of charcoal to light some fire so that we warm up faster. It does sound like the blooms are done. I highly doubt we're going to be able to make enough bloomeries to make all this charcoal again. Something didn't look right there. I didn't light one of them. Alright, that's annoying. Let's try and make another 7. Pretty sure I can make 3 without any trouble. That's 3. Let's try another 3. Because I have a whole stack here. Alright, looks like I can make all 6. Or all 7, I mean. Now, I don't think we're going to need any more quartz just yet. So I'm not going to make, glass, I mean. So I'm not going to make any more of that. Where was I putting the glass? You can come into this chest now. So all of this is going to go in here. We'll start the next set of bloomeries and then we'll raid out. So for some reason I didn't start that. And this can have the tunic and that. This I'm going to turn into as many as I can. I can do one more. So when we break the next set, we have 3 ready. That's all the stuff that we need for the next group. Rusty gears we're going to put away. We should stop shaking now. Oh, we're still shaking. So we're getting closer. We just have to do some off-screen gear ratio stuff. I was pressing control, but I meant to press shift that whole time to get through the iron faster. There is a hunt tail in chat if anyone wants one. Recently we got a lot of Clamp Pearl in chat, and Clamp Pearl has a divergent evolution where it becomes into 2 different Pokemon. Huntail is one of them. Alright, before I start all these, I want to make sure that they all only have the light icon. So this just says add fuel. Now it says ignite. Add fuel, ignite. Want to make sure that I put the right amounts in there. Hopefully we get them all this time. Okay, that's the back right. Back middle. Front middle. Front right. Back left. Front left. Alright. So what should we take a picture of? I think we should take a picture of this. The windmill and the fact that we have windows on the house. So there's a screenshot. Let's go back inside to stay warm for a little bit longer. And save the game, figure out who we're going to raid out to. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 AM EST to 12:30 PM EST, and on Sundays from 10 AM EST to 2 PM EST.